Hello piano students. In today's video I'm going to talk about how to create interesting introductions to songs. For years and years I would just play songs, just start right in on them. For example, and just play beautiful lush chords. Or perhaps right? But lately I've been working on intros, which I find to be very interesting actually, and potentially very creative. I'm going to give you some tips on how to approach them. One of the basic ideas is you can take some of the last few measures of a song and use that as the basis for the intro. So, for example, I'm going to use the song Michelle by the Beatles, which was a #1 song for them in 1966. It's basically a simple tune, but I've really gone deeply into it harmonically and come up with some very interesting things, I think, which I want to share with you. So one of the sections of Michelle, you have this part where it goes, "Say the only words I long to hear, my Michelle," right? Basic structure is D minor with a nice counter melody moving from 8. Okay, that would actually serve as a pretty good intro in and of itself, right? But let's say we wanted to put that counter melody on the bottom. All right, so now we're putting it on the bottom. All right, what if we wanted to do some parallel motion? For example, say the only word. Nice jazz chord. All right, and we're into it. So that's the basic harmony there. I could also do something more elaborate, for example, a little bit more esoteric, right? Not quite so obvious. So, right? Okay, so there, instead of going, I just kind of made up my own little movement. You really don't know until maybe the B flat chord, what we're doing there. Again, the basic structure is I'm doing that counter melody. Right? You can also do, there's a section toward the end that goes, "Say the only words a friend of him, my Michelle, my Michelle." You could do a diatonic reharmonization there, for example. I'm just basically going down the scale. Here's the 5 chord, going back home. Okay, or we could go the same D minor section. Say the only word. We could do a diatonic movement there. Say the only words I long to hear, right? Do an inversion. Say the only words I long to. And you're back in. Okay, so that's an example of using the same basic melody, say the only words I long, but changing the harmonies to make it interesting and somewhat recognizable. So the listener goes, wait a minute, that sounds familiar, but it's not really the stock. Right, it's more interesting. Say the only words I long to. Right, nice root movement. Okay. You can also take the shape of the tune, for example, the basic shape is mish, repeat the melody, and then go down a 4th, right? And then half steps. So you can take that same basic shape, change the harmony, use some jazz chords. So I'm still doing that same fourth down movement, and then I go chromatically. Get a little jazz in there. Etc. Now I'm back in. I could go traditional if I wanted, or I could go right, more classical. Different ways of doing it. But the basic structure is take a melody and see if you can reharmonize that either diatonically or with a nice counter melody. So you hint at the quote true harmony, but it's more creative and more esoteric. So the listener doesn't say, "Oh, that's Michelle." They think, that sounds familiar, but where is he going to go with that? Right? I enjoy that. So that's part of the creative process, right? Introductions, making introductions interesting and yet not super obvious harmonically, right? Kind of a little game I play. Can the listener tell what I'm playing? Sounds familiar. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah, that's kind of cool, right? Rather than just starting in, right? So have fun with intros. If you'd like to comment or learn more about how I build introductions, you can text me or call me at 847-401-1721. That's 847-401-1721. Just leave your name, and in the subject matter, just write, introductions, something like that. Or you can contact me via my website, which is pianoweb, one word, pianoweb.com. I'm also on Skype under the name Piano Web Man. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Piano Web Man, where you can view some more free instructional videos. I teach students around the world over Skype, as well as some in person here in Chicagoland. So look forward to hearing from you. Hopefully this has been inspiring and motivational to you. Have fun.